Hi everybody, I'm back. Harold Pan here, father of the moment with the 2.5-year-old and 1.5-year-old. You might be thinking, how on earth are you going to find time in these early years of fatherhood for anything other than baby time? It's my wife and myself, so it's not like it's a single parent situation. We are both working on, we're both being the parents here. And it's a collaborative effort. You would think it's easier than a one person job. However, it is still hard. Whether it's one child, two children, three children, however many there are, it is still a challenge and you need to know how. And part of it is, when are you going to find time for anything else? When are you going to find time to file your taxes, to clean the house, to to go to the doctor, to work on that long-term project that is still really important, although maybe not urgent tomorrow? Well, this is the key to it. You gotta be present. You gotta be present for your kids. And I know that sounds like it's diametrically opposed to doing all that other stuff, but at the same time, you gotta key in on the fact that everything you do at this point, I would assume it's for your family. For me, it is, whether it's direct or indirect. Yes, I will do things for myself, and my therapist has told me, like, everything I do, I kind of craft a purpose behind it, but ultimately, it all comes back to the good of the Pan family. Because when you are at your best version, then you can serve them the best. But that's the frame of reference. So you got to be present here. And what does that mean? That time when your kids wake up, or they're at the dinner table, breakfast table, what have you, bond with them. Try not to space into a different zone. It might not always be interesting, contrary to what you might think if you haven't been there yet. But not every moment of the day is like this joyous thing where, like, you've got this crazy energy. It will fluctuate. I promise you, it will fluctuate because it's tiring being a parent, but it is great as well. So be present, because when you give your attention, whether it's a story time or meal time, when you give your attention at that moment, your kids are going to reflect off of you. And once they know that you're there and you're accounting for them, you're playing with them, you're attending to their needs, they will naturally branch off and do their own thing. They will sustain themselves with self-independent play. And it happens. They will go to sleep on their own. Maybe some tricks and tips will help in that area as well, but they will find a way if you first cater to them, especially when they first wake up, right before they go to bed, at meal times, and when you pick them up from school or daycare or preschool. So really be present, because that gives them that that reassurance that everything is all good, and then they can do their own thing, and then that leaves you to be able to do your own thing. Always easier said than done, but keep that in mind. It is not a practice that I am fully mastered in, but it is something that I have noticed in my own experience. The times that I'm more connected, I actually tend to have a better separation of, blocks of when I'm in one zone, in my professional zone versus my family zone versus my self-care zone versus my shut my brain off and just do whatever zone. There's a better segregation of all that when I actually embrace that. It may be stressful. And that's where you have to come up with little tools to really focus on, all right, I'm just gonna be in a moment and try not to rush things. We'll have a separate video for that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If this was helpful, please share this with somebody who might benefit from this information. and check out my socials as well.